Cyclone Seroja has now weakened after leaving a trail of destruction and thousands of residents without power as it hit Western Australia overnight. Seroja hit south of Kalbarri around 8 last night as a Category 3 storm, bringing wind gusts up around 170 k's an hour. The fast-moving storm tore roofs off homes and ripped apart Carnarvon's historic 1 mile jetty. Manager at Kalbarri SES, Steve Cable, says emergency crews were inundated with calls for help.
So a lot of widespread damage, a lot of severe damage, quite a lot of minor damage. There's debris all over the roads, which is a high priority for us at the moment. And also there's a lot of power lines down, so it's been a most interesting event to say the least.
Yeah. We'll get to the destruction in more detail in a moment. But just describe for us first what the night's been like. When did the winds really start picking up?
The winds were fairly early in the evening. It was after dark, but it was fairly early in the evening. It was pretty ferocious for 45 minutes. Then, because we're on red alert and it's night time, of course, we didn't really have any idea until the winds abated. We then, of course, got out and did some night reconnaissance, and the enormity of what we faced was very apparent. And so now we're starting to try and mitigate those problems as much as we can. We've got crews going out, and it's going to be a long haul for at least 4 or 5 days just to get over the basics.
And Steve, where were you as the cyclone peak ran through town, and what was it like in the building you were in?
Well, it was extremely noisy. I was in the SES building. It was extremely noisy, and with the wind and the rain and all the roller doors. In fact, the ambulance centre, all the roller doors blew in and smashed the ambulances from behind, so 2 of the 3 are out of commission. So it was just all over the whole noise factor and the shuttering of the building and everything was quite ferocious.
Yeah. There was concern there was going to be a storm surge associated with this. Did that eventuate or not?
No, the storm surge for us was always deemed to be of a low risk, so it wasn't a major consideration for us.
Yeah. Okay, now explain town for us. There's a big residential area of Kalbarri that's kind of right on the coast, and then the town centre is kind of towards the inlet, and there's another part of town beyond that, the town centre. Explain for us, is the damage kind of right across town, or have some pockets been hit? Whoa, and we're just seeing the first shots now we've seen of some really bad damage there. Is the damage kind of through the whole community, or have particular pockets? Whoa, and it looks, these are the first time we're seeing these pictures, and presumably these homes weren't under construction. There's just like home after home after home with the roofs ripped off, and no, you can't see any furniture or anything in there. That's just some homes just absolutely blown apart, huh?
Yeah, that is correct. The whole town has been impacted. Some areas had greater concentration of damage than others. Some of the older buildings didn't stand up very well, but even some of the modern buildings, they just couldn't hold it. And partial roofs are gone, or full roofs. Large trees with quite substantial limbs just snapped off like carrots. So I would say it was pretty blanketed with concentrations of heavier hits than others.
Yeah, and I should ask this question straight off now as well. Are you aware of anyone being injured at all?
No, not at all. I've checked with the hospitals and everything. Nobody's been injured outside of minor scrapes. Wow. But nobody's been injured in any way, shape or form. So that's a good base to start working towards recovery.
That was Steve Cable there from the Kalbarri SES. We spoke to him about an hour ago. So some really significant damage there through town. The good news is at this stage, no reports of any serious injuries. And I might just show you the latest from the Weather Bureau, because this has just come through in the last 10 minutes or so for people down in the area around Esperance, an update for there. So this system, a Category 3, hit south of Kalbarri last night around 8 o'clock. It's made its way southeast through through southern WA. At the moment, it's a low, so an hour ago it was positioned just to the northwest of Esperance and is continuing in that line, so still expecting it to cross the coast around 11 o'clock this morning. Still concerns about some pretty strong, like gusts up to 100 k's an hour, and there could be some pretty substantial rainfall. Although as this system has been moving over Western Australia, it hasn't produced massive rain totals. I think the biggest we've heard up to now is about 100 mils or so. But yeah, if you want that detailed local information, you're in that area, you can log on to the Bureau website, bom.gov.au, or listen into ABC Local Radio.